Hello friend, in this video we will try to look at some of the Linux commands like cp, move and clear. So the first command which we will look is cp, which is used for copying a file, and cp can be used for copying a file as well as directory, and it can be used to copy things in a recursive way. So let's try to look at the basic commands first. So here in this folder, in my folder, I have a file called test.cpp. So I would like to take a backup or a copy of this file. So the command is like this: copy and then the source file followed by the destination file. I would say test_dst.cpp. So test.cpp contents will go and copy into test_destination.cpp. If I look here, ls-l test_destination, it has exactly the same size as whatever test.cpp has, 785 bytes. So it got copied to a destination which is test_destination. Now let's suppose I want to see whether it really got copied or it was just referring to this file. So we can again use the ls-li command. I is for inode, and we can look for the inode. So the inode for test.cpp is this guys, 306030.169, and the inode for test_destination is 603530. So if you see, the contents are same, the inode got changed, which means the file gets copied and really written to some other blocks into hard drive, and then that some other block is a different inode, different space in the hard drive. That's the way copy works. It takes something and just duplicates and writes over the contents from one particular block to some other block. So this is for a simple file. Now let's suppose if I have a file and a folder inside that, like a typical way, a folder containing files and folders and subfolders and files. So how do we copy that? So let's try to create something like that. So I will create a directory called mkdir abc. Inside the abc directory, I go inside the abc directory and create one more directory, create hello. Inside the hello, I will create a file touch 123. In the 123, I write something, some data, and then I save it and come back. Now in the abc folder, I will go to the top of abc folder, and I'll go inside the abc folder, create one more directory, mkdir, and then there's a directory called hello1. Now let's suppose if I want to copy entire thing, I say copy abc to maybe abc_destination. It will not work because it doesn't know that it's a file or it's a directory and how to copy it. So the way you can do a copy of a directory by taking everything, like its sub contents, subdirectories and everything, you have to do a recursive copy, and the recursive is -r. And also you can say f option. Sometimes the destination folder already exists and you would like to overwrite, then you will say -r f, which is force. And once you do that, now if you go ahead and see, the destination will have the exact same hierarchy as abc. So if you look at, there's a command called tree and it shows the hierarchy. If you don't have it, you can do sudo apt-get install tree in Ubuntu. So if I run tree command abc, it shows the tree structure. So abc is a directory. Inside the directory there is a directory called hello, which has a file 123, and then abc directory has another file called hello1. And if I run the same command with abc_dest, I will see the exact same picture. This and these are the same. And if we want to verify manually, I can go inside the abc_dest and I can see exactly same thing. If I go inside hello1, then this hello1 has nothing, and if I go to hello, and it should have a file called 123, and if I look at the contents of 123, it has some data. So this is the way cp command works. So if I want to just copy a file, so the command is copy source and then destination. If I want to copy folders and files and directories to some other folders and files, then I have to say cp space -rf. R is for recursive, f is for forcefully, just for security, that if there is some contents already and we would like To overwrite, you can say -f and then followed by the destination folder, source and destination folder. So cp -rf, source directory and destination directory. So source has to exist, destination, if it doesn't exist, it doesn't matter. Now the next command which we will look is move. Move is used for moving a file from one location to another, and it's also used for renaming a file. So let's look for first example. Let's suppose I want to rename this file to maybe some better name like butter.cpp. So I would say move and then whatever the file name I have, and I would say butter.cpp. If I look now, I will see butter.cpp. It has been renamed, and mind it, when we renamed it, the inode remains the same. So let's do it once again. The inode for butter.cpp is 6035382, and if I rename it, which is basically moving butter.cpp to caramel.cpp, and if I say ls-li caramel.cpp, the inode what was there earlier remains the same, which means this data exists in some block in hard drive, and once you rename it, the metadata gets changed. The actual contents doesn't move. It is not like it is taken away and rewritten to some other locations or moved. The data doesn't get physically moved, just the file name gets removed, the old file name got removed and new file name gets written. That's the way move command works. Same thing happens with the directory. Let's suppose if I want to rename this directory abc_dst to something abc_new_dst, it just moves. So it just renames the top level directory with all the links and everything pointing inside it remaining the same. So if I want to look at the ls-li options for this directory for looking at the inode value, so it will remain the same. If you don't know what is an inode, please go through my previous video, and I have explained the concept of inode. And inodes are basically a address or a block of data which is being referenced by some number. So when a data is stored at some particular blocks, that particular block number is referred as inode number, and it has some other details like the metadata and how many links the directory has and what all the files it has. By default, the size allocation for an inode value is 4096. So those kind of things are there, so you can read about the inode. So this is about move command. So we have seen the move. The basic syntax for both the commands are same, and move also has the options -i, which is interactive. Suppose if you already have a files or folders existing at some place and you want to move it some other file. So suppose I have a file this and I want to move this, override this file. So I would say move. I could have done with the copy command, but not copy takes the data and copies it, but move actually moves the data in the sense it changes the name, it renames the block. So now if I say move hello.txt to caramel.cpp, but let me do one more example for you before I do that. Let's look at the inode number for hello.txt and the inode number for caramel.cpp before I do any move operation. So you see these two different data at two different blocks with two different inode. Now let's suppose if I say move hello.txt to caramel.cpp. This is done. Now there is no more caramel.cpp file here. If I say ls-li caramel.cpp, I'm sorry, there's no more hello.txt because hello.txt has been moved to caramel.cpp. So caramel.cpp is there, but hello.txt is no more there. So there's no more hello.txt. Now if I look for ls-li for hello.txt, there is nothing, and then if I look for caramel.cpp, I have this. So now what you can see this, the inode for caramel.cpp is 291, ending in 291, and previously the inode for hello.txt was 291. So which means that the file hello.txt has been simply renamed to caramel.cpp, and whatever was there in the caramel.cpp this block is still lying there somewhere, but it has been dereferenced. So that means you cannot recover the data through a normal means for caramel.cpp. It has been removed. So this move and cp commands mostly work with the inode perspective. Inode is the one through which we can manipulate. So cp command is the one in which you actually copy the data, and in move you just move the inode number. You change the inode number with the right name, and that's the way it works. Now after doing all these operations, you want to clear your screen. There's a command called clear, and it will just make your screen looks good again, and all the commands will be clear. In terminal, you can always scroll up and to see what is there. You can take a history, you can look inside the history. We have already shown you how to run the history command, so you can look like this and check for all the previous commands which we have done. So move and cp is a very important command. Please try to learn and understand more about it. There are different options with respect to that, so you can run man pages for rm, move, those kind of things. So try to look into the options, particularly options like -i. So if there is already a file or folder lying, so it will ask for interactive mode. If the interactive mode is turned on, it will prompt you to say whether you want to override the file which is already existing, because you want to override some other file with some name which is already existing in the system. So that's about move. Similarly, you can go through some of the options with respect to cp. So man page should be your friend. There are a lot of things in the man, so try to go through the man page as much as possible. In case if there is no man page installed, then you can search in for Ubuntu how to install man page. There are a lot of links to install man pages. Thank you very much and have a nice day.